This plant here is in the compost pile, a tomato that tried to grow despite being thrown away. And look at them, there's tomatoes everywhere, and there's heaps more growing. I think there was only one plant that got thrown away, but the whole compost bin is full of tomato plants and tomatoes. So we'll see what happens, when we get back home. Tomatoes everywhere. So good on the tomato plant for not giving up, even though life was against it in the beginning. When I started this channel, I said I would show you the good, bad and the ugly. So the garden at the moment is looking pretty ropey. There is so many jobs to do, and I have been super busy and just not been able to get round to them. The strawberries keep popping out strawberries. We have had so many strawberries from them this year, and there is more coming. Every time it rains, I think the strawberries quite like it because we've had a lot of little ones like this, but they just pop out more strawberries. So they're doing fine. The Thornless Blackberry is also doing quite well, even though it is growing and expanding everywhere. I've still got a few berries on here that need to go black, but we're doing quite well. I harvested most of the capsicums, but as you can see, we've got some more coming, little cuties, and we've got a couple over there that are ready to harvest. And over here we had a weasel, would you believe, in the garden. One of the cats caught it. It was still alive and the thing got away, but it was hiding down here behind this wood, and this is the area where my dogs have been digging holes. Well, one dog in particular, that one over there, is the guilty party. But there's obviously a smell of the weasel, and maybe it's living in the dirt in that hole, who knows. The rhubarb is coming along quite nicely. So I'm sort of embarrassed to show you the rest of the garden, but there's one or two things that, well, there's Bailey and Chloe, that I want to share with you that are, I think they've done really well. You remember I talked about the cucumbers that I wanted to hang off the side of the bath? Well, they have done exactly that. Look at it. We've already taken 2 cucumbers off this one, and I think there's another one through there. And this is a different plant here, and I think there's a little one coming there. And the Roma tomatoes have also decided to fall over. We've had lots of tomato plants falling over, and we've got some of these are starting to ripen up. And we're still doing a really good specimen of lettuce trees, although I'm not quite sure what that one's doing. Remember the bath that got flooded? Well, just look at it now. This tomato, I broke it by mistake, and it's thrown itself new shoots and everything. And this was a rather disastrous cucumber plant, which is, I took a cucumber off it yesterday, but look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cucumbers I can see in that plant. And I took one off yesterday as well. So it has done so well. And this is its stem. Look at this. There's hardly any. I thought this is surely not going to survive. But yep, it's now going to hang over the edge, which is kind of what I wanted these baths to do. So that's a bit of a success. I'm quite happy with how that's all growing. And we have a wonderful bath full of lettuce trees. This is something I need to do something about when I get back. And I pulled out all my cauliflowers that were in here, and these are tomatoes that are just, those 2 can get harvested, that are just like doing their thing in there. So over here is where everything is a little bit of a disaster, because all my support structure for the tomatoes has given up the ghost. So I've got like just a whole patch of tomatoes that have fallen over, and I have tomatoes that I need. Obviously not ripe, but they're all hiding in there. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge to harvest them all. But they're not ready yet, so we'll just work on that when they're ready. Some of them are starting to get slightly red. I'm going away for a week, so quite a few of the jobs that I'd planned to do haven't happened. I was away last weekend as well, and I work full time, so I've got a heap down there. But basically all these tomato plants had stakes holding them that they were tied up to, have fallen over in the wind, or the tomato plants have got too heavy. My staking system was not sufficiently robust, so that's something I need to work on for next year. So we've got some Roma tomatoes here.